Good morning, everyone. It's Janet here with Remarkably Created, and what I wanted to do was do a first look. I've had no sneak peeks, nothing. First look, first reactions to Stampin' Up's new storage unit. So I have 3 boxes here that are new and unopened, just to show you. Little proof is in the pudding kind of thing. Tape is all on. They're still sealed. And as you know, on April 1st, no joke, Stampin' Up released some new storage pieces. And I am excited. Many of you know that I am downsizing my stamping studio. Currently, I have a very large studio that comfortably seats 32 for classes. And when we move to our new home, I will only have an 8x10 crafting room. I know, yikes, right? I mean, that's a huge, downsizing. But I'm excited because this storage is perfect timing. So we've got nice bubble wrap to protect the top of it. And let's just take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera mode. And let me just reach across, you guys. There we go. So you've got them here in boxes. And let me just go ahead and bring the camera up just a little bit, guys. Give us a little bit more surface space here because we're going to be working. They're going to drift a little bit. Which one needs tightened? Sorry about that. There we go, because it was new and unplanned. I didn't necessarily have everything out of the box. So, again, everything's in a nice storage, heavy cardboard box. You'll be able to break those down and recycle them. This one is labeled as the Stampin Blends. So let's take a look at that first together. I'll have to figure out how to recycle the foam. Or, let's save that for a minute. I'll bet that might come in handy. So let's just save that little piece. And let me just see, very first idea off the top of my head. You've got some little feet here. If you want to put little feet down here on the bottom, you've got some marks. So you've got some little feet. Oh, it is going to fit on the other ones. Okay, so you've got your Stampin' Blends. You have 4 trays in a pack. And let's just go ahead and lay some of our Stampin' Blends in there. I grabbed a whole bunch of different products. So they lay in there really nice. And of course you're able to stack them higher. They come apart really easy. But so far what I'm seeing is they're not loose. I have this other set of storage for Stampin' Blends that I got on Amazon. And the trays are a little wiggly. It's really easy to kind of knock a whole set of trays off, if that makes sense. So these are feeling really sturdy, which is really nice. I love that it's white. Anything that's white makes a room look larger. And I can guarantee that when you're scrolling, there we go. They're not meant to be left that way though, that's for sure. Let's put it back together. There we go. And you can hear it actually pop as you're putting it back together. But anyway, back to something being white. When you're scrolling through Pinterest, those craft rooms that are all white, they just pop because it allows the color of the cardstock and the markers to pop. So I'm really, really excited about it being white. So let's see what else might be in here. Stampin' Blends. If not, we'll open another box. Well, let's just open a second Stampin' Blend so that we have it so we can do a few configurations. So if you are here visiting, go ahead and give yourself a shout out. Just go ahead and say, hey, hi, I'm here. And stay tuned. I do have a fun giveaway, so you're going to want to stay tuned. And let's just try something here for a second. And I'm sure there's no, rule to how high you can go. Let's try something else here for just a second. So I can also lay spritzers in there. I can lay markers. Of course, we can put a bunch of different markers in there. We've got our aqua painters. So if you can see, they're all going to sit in there as well, too. So even though it's labeled for Stampin' Blends, you're going to be able to kind of keep some of your other products in that as well, too. So you may want to take that into consideration when you're working on those. So let's set those aside. And I'm going to try here for just a second, guys, to give us just a little bit more oomph on this. Sorry about that. Let's just give us... Okay, got that? Okay. Just trying to give us a better view. So let's see. I think this box is Stampin' Blends because I had kind of anticipated that they'd be good for markers. And I originally wasn't going to invest in them at all, I'll be very honest, just because of moving. But I did want to be a good role model, shopping from myself. But I also wanted to be able to give a testimony. I don't like selling something that I haven't tried, used, don't know anything about. And I wanted to be sure that I knew what the quality was if I'm encouraging you to shop and purchase these. So this box here, okay, this is called a topper lid, and it is designed to, and it has a nice little ring. I'm sure you crafty people are going to find something fun to do with this little piece, but it is designed to be a top, and then you can put something next on top of it. So let's see here for a second. Let's try to get it together and see if it slides. Okay. There is, oh, okay, there we go. So, little tiny Stampin' Up! Logo here that goes to the front of the markers. So there is a front and a back. So good learning together, right? So there is a front and a back to those. So little lids there. So your topper markers. And again, you're going to have this fun foam piece. I can't wait to see. Hi, Chris. Hi, Tammy. Guys, welcome. We're doing a first look at the brand new storage. I haven't even seen it. I'm unboxing it right in front of you and giving you my initial impression of them and what I think. So I wanted to get that reaction to you guys. Again, more of these little pieces. We're going to save those because I know we're going to have some fun with those. This is the ink pad storage. And one of the things everybody was asking about, let me set these off to the side for just a second. One of the things everybody was asking about is what size ink pads. So we know that it was designed very specifically for the new style Stampin' Up! Ink pads, okay? But let's put that one in because we know it was designed for that. So great fit there. Old style ink pad. It fits as well. I know that they said it doesn't fit, but hallelujah, it does fit. It sticks out just a little bit further. Can you see the difference there? Old style, new style. Okay, old style, new style. There you go. So the old ones do fit. Woo! A lot of hearts on that one. Yay! Because I'm not ready to upgrade all of my pads yet either, guys. So then you also have the opportunity. Let's slide this over. And I don't have a Stampin' Right marker here. But if okay. They're really not designed to be on their edge like that. But if I did have a Stampin' Right marker, I could put the coordinating marker right there. So it makes it really easy to grab. One of the things that I do love about Stampin' Up! Is its color coordination. And so by having the marker with the ink pad, it's going to make it that much easier to enjoy that color coordination. So let me turn it in, turn it sideways. So again, for those of you just checking in, the old pads do fit and there is room for your marker alongside of that. The only difference is it sticks out just a little bit, but you're not spinning it like you were on the other storage units that we had, so you don't have to worry about it falling out, and it's not gonna tip. It's not gonna, let me pull that into the camera again. It's not gonna tip, if that makes sense. Let's get that cup out of the way. Oh no, oh my gosh, guys, what a morning. Okay, so it's not gonna tip. And of course, with your different configurations, you wanna make sure that you have enough of these for every pad that you own. And of course, they're also going to stack all of the square units stacked together, which is really cool. So I could put the blenders on top of the ink pad. So that's really cool. So let's see what else is in this box. Make sure. Ink pads. So I'm so excited because now I can sell my old style twirls. And these guys, if you go to retreats, I can just see these lined up in front of you on a retreat. They're very, very lightweight. You can simply leave your blends and your ink pads right in them and then just set up that beautiful little station right in front of you at your retreat table. So that's going to be pretty amazing, guys, is taking them on the road. Just get yourself like a square little duffel bag or something. So I envision that. That's going to be pretty cool. And I'm going to open up this third box here. And I will tell you, if you are really excited about this storage, I know some of the comments I've heard is like, well, you know, there's no storage for cardstock. There's no storage for XYZ or whatever. Well, Stampin' Up! Had to start somewhere. And if you love this and we purchase it and we use them, then that will give Stampin' Up! Cause and need to hopefully maybe expand the line, but you just don't go full on until you know something's going to be well received. It's just good, smart business. So again, Mother's Day is coming, guys. What a great Mother's Day gift to give yourself, to give your mother if she crafts, to give your favorite female friend who crafts. So let's move these two out of the way. And this is called just a little storage box. You can see that there's no dividers in it whatsoever. And one of the ideas that I had, and it does work, sticks out just a little bit, but there's that little foam piece that was protecting the pads and the little plastic pieces. So that does sit in there. So if you're worried about some things rolling out, maybe you want to set your ribbon a little differently. I've seen people that were creating kind of little bumps and things like that, but I love that little foam piece right there. That's perfect. That's going to really hold some things nice in there. So don't throw that foam piece out. It's going to look like it's going to be invaluable. In addition, you could also stack your ribbons that way if you want to. Okay. And the other thing that it is sized for perfectly is our half mount wood cases. They store in there perfectly. And for those of you that are sharing this video, I have a set of 4 of these half mount storage cases to give away. Of course, you're going to take your P2 Touch labeler, and you could actually turn these around this way. Put a label on this side, dimensionals, glue dots, embellishments, whatever it is. Little tip for you though, some of your different, say the word, Janet, embellishments may need to be cut down in order to fit in there, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're just going to cut them down and then put them in your wood case. Same thing with the dimensionals. They may need to be cut in half. There you go. So you may need to cut a few things down, but I love clear storage cases. I love knowing what's in them. And again, another great investment is a P2 Touch labeler. And it's really easy to then just add that layer. So I can see putting dimensionals in these. Let's try something else here for just a second. Then we have, does this shut? Nope, Brusho doesn't work. So Brusho's going to need to go in the open tray on the top of these. So again, your half mount cases, and I do have a set of 4 of those for those who are sharing this video today. Also, let's see if we can find, here we go. One more element of all of this amazing storage is the topper storage. And this is a piece that's going to fit on top of either the blends, Stampin' Blends trays, or this square storage cube, or the ink pads. I love that it's all square. Square is a great storage option. Things that were round, for example, our old spinners, while a great idea as you're twirling them, anything that's round can be hard to store. I always say that when we get our new house, I'm getting rid of all of my round plates and getting square plates because everything just sits so much nicer in a cupboard. So we have this wonderful topper, and let's see here for just a second. So you may need to, and then just push it down on. Okay, hold on. There is, so you need to play with it just a little bit. There is kind of a right way and a wrong way to put them together, if that makes sense. And you're going to want to make sure that you get them in there. Okay, so if you look, there's like little grooves and channels, and then one that's open. So let me show you this. So here's open, and then there's 3 ridges around. The open part goes to the front, and the logo. So if you always think logo to the front of me, logo facing me, it's going to be great. Now you have this top storage drawer that's going to be perfect for your Brushos. It's going to be perfect for your re-inkers, and I thought I'd grabbed one. You know, your shimmer paints. Look at all that fun stuff that you're going to be able to have right in front of you. You know, you put your little sponge daubers, although the sponge daubers are best. I like storing them. They're going to be best stored because you're going to have a bunch of them. They're going to be best stored in your little case. But some of the other fun things, maybe you've got some spritzer bottles, your Stampin' Mist, put those up there. So that's going to work great for you. So some great possibilities for you. And I just had this idea, and I'm just curious. And I know some of you are going to go, oh no, what's she doing? But hang on just a second and let me see if I was right about this, okay? Hold on. So you're going to be able to, of course, roll your chamois up and put that in. Yep, I was right. So something else, just another little option for you. Let me move this out of the way. What I did behind the scenes just now is I cut my piercing pad in half, okay? And by doing that, it does fit on that shelf right there. So again, I'm going to be able to have my piercing pad handy right there, getting it up off the shelf. I'm just like, oh my gosh, all of the extras, things that you're going to be able to do with this. And I know once demonstrators get these in their hands and customers and people that have really, really good, they call them spatial abilities, where they can see things kind of relative to its space and organizational skills, we're going to be seeing a lot of really fun out-of-the-box ideas with these. So again, just my first look, my first impression is they're extremely lightweight. They're very versatile. They're sturdy. They're easy to assemble. You just got to remember the Stampin' Up! Logo, anytime you see it, goes towards the front of the element. They're versatile. They're for more than what they're designated as. And what I mean by that is this says Stampin' Blends, but different things like your aqua painters, your spritzers, other markers, your Stampin' Blends, all those different things all fit in there nicely, so that's great. The other initial impression is that while it's in the frequently asked questions, it says no to the 2 different size ink pads. They do both fit with room for the marker beside them. The older pad is here on the bottom. You can see it sticking out of the bottom just a little bit. So if you have a choice between upgrading your pads or new storage, you know, for me, that's all about new storage. I can wait on upgrading my pad. So that's something that's great there as well. The other thing is that this little foam piece that comes with them does fit down inside of that empty box tray. That is so cool. And so you're able to, if you want to keep ribbons from flipping out or whatever, you save this and you can use that to fill out that storage just a little bit. But, oh, and then it's white. I already mentioned that. I love, love, love the fact that it's white. And the surface is such that it's wipeable. I can already tell just by touching it. They're not dirty yet. My hands are clean, but you can tell from the surface that it's going to just be wipeable. But this is going to open up your craft rooms. White, again, just makes things look more spacious, more clean, and so it's just going to revolutionize your crafting space. And then the last thing that I was excited about that I mentioned for those of you coming on late is because of the size and the weight of it, I can see putting it down inside a little duffel bag and literally taking it right to a retreat and, you know, having those right in front of me in a compact space. For a long time at retreats, we always took those spinners. Well, when you only have like a 3x3, 4x4 crafting space, if you've ever been to a retreat, you know that you can fill that space very, very quickly. And spinners were just not always convenient if you were trying to take all of your ink pads with you. So I can see where this is going to be extremely convenient because you can either build 2 sky-high towers, you can do a really long and narrow, you know, row of organizational tools across your desk. So overall, I am absolutely just over the moon, excited and stoked about this. Nope, our old-fashioned wood mount cases don't fit. What I was trying to do was to figure out what might fit. So our standard stamp cases and our old wood mount stamp cases don't fit. But some of you may have the old clam box style, and those may work as well, too. So, oh, sideways Melody, thank you. I did see, you got to have those people that are spatial, really, really good at spatial relations. And I know that Melody's brain goes there. So what Melody was saying is I was trying to stand them up, right? She said you can store them this way, and it doesn't hurt your brusho to store them on their side at all. So thank you. Absolutely brilliant tip. And it's those fun little tips that we're going to be gathering from each other as we explore the Stampin' Storage. So I have company coming this weekend. My really, really dear friend Lisa Preto is on her way into the airport. I'm headed off there now. But once I'm done with my visit, I will take some great pictures of all of the different configurations that I've personally come up with. I will post some of the tips that I have. I will go back up into the description and post some of the immediate tips that I have. And for those of you that are demonstrators, In some of the different demonstrator only Facebook groups and in our SU demonstrator resources group, Melody Rollins came up with a really great class idea for you, incorporating the sale of these with it. And then for those of you that are my customers, this is my 23rd year as a demonstrator. This month marks my 23rd anniversary. And I could not have stayed this long as a demonstrator without all of my amazing customers and my amazing team. And so to celebrate my anniversary this month, I have a very special month-long discount for you that gives you just a small taste of what it's like to be a demonstrator. So you want to make sure that you are on my mailing list to get news of that discount and that month-long special, in addition to 40 to 50 tutorials each month. So any questions at all about the storage, let me know. Again, any really cool ideas that you have, and keep your eye open because they're popping up on all of the Facebook groups. They're starting to show up on Pinterest, and it's just so inspiring to see what everybody is starting to do with them, demonstrators and customers. So you guys have an amazing weekend. I know I'm getting ready to. Take care and God bless everyone.